Ladies and dirty motherfuckers who like talking dirty during sex because you're all filthy, disgusting perverts and you make me sick. Andy here, author of the best Tinder guide on the internet, founder of killyourinnerloser.com. This is the Inner Loser podcast. Let's fucking go. Okay, so.
You said Inner Loser podcast instead of Kill Your Inner Loser podcast.
Because I don't know the name of my own show. How the fuck can I keep up with my own shit, right? You're calling me out on air right now. So everyone, guys, this
You
is...
called me out like 2 episodes
I've
ago.
never called anyone else out. No, and it's... No, because it's different. If someone calls me out, that's evil. If I do it, it's because I'm trying to help you grow. So,
You sure it's not called hypocrisy?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're a hypocrite. So, we went on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Or either that or she came on my podcast. I can't fucking remember. We did a podcast with a woman named Haley from Your Guide to Love. Shout outs to Haley. She's my brother from another mother. She's fucking awesome. I love Haley. You guys would love Haley. I'll leave a link in the description below to her channel. She does like content a lot like ours, but for women. Maybe with less crass language. Although she can be crass sometimes.
Certainly with less crass language and a cute southern accent.
She has the best fucking accent ever, y'all. And part of what we talked about on that podcast, it was when we went on hers, was how in porn, nobody ever fucking talks and how goddamn weird that is. Like, we're talking about mainstream porn. We're not talking about porn where it's like, you know, amateur porn, people recording themselves fucking. But even in that, they don't really talk much. And that is just not conducive to good sex, at least in my opinion. Like, sex is a billion times hotter for you and for her if you fucking say stuff. You know, I'm not even going to use the C word. I'm not talking about cunt. I'm not talking about communism. I'm talking about communicate. I'm not even going to use the communicate word. It's just fucking talking and saying shit and saying what feels good and moaning and saying like, this is fucking fun. Because I think guys will look at the word communicate and say like, oh, that's feminine. I don't want to sit there and communicate to a girl during sex. It's more that you say things like, how's that fucking feel? Or, God, you're turning me on like crazy. Or, you're so fucking hot. Or, I want you. Or, Jesus, your tits are amazing. Like, anything like that. So, in your opinion, first of all, what stuff is hot to hear during sex? And maybe we take a step back, and before you answer that question, why should a guy listen to me when I'm sitting here and saying, like, just fucking talk during sex? Like, what's the benefit?
Because it means that you can make sure the other person is enjoying it more. It means you can make sure you are enjoying it more.
It's hot as fuck.
Yeah, basically.
So what shit do you like to hear?
I mean, compliments are always nice. Just like, I think you've said it before, but anything that comes to mind, if you like think that the other person, you're like, oh wow, she looks good, just say that. Like, you look so good, you look really hot.
Yep.
And then what you mentioned before, like, tell them that they're making you feel good too. Because that always feels good. To know that the other person's enjoying themselves means that you can relax and you can both kind of tell each other that it's great. It's basically you're getting each other off.
Yeah. You're kind of escalating each other. And so I like what you said before, because this is what I do and this is what I recommend in my Tinder guide. Just blurt out whatever is in your head. Don't worry about how it sounds. Don't worry about doing a good job. Like, you're not trying to write an expose here. You're not writing an essay. You're just blurting out whatever's in your head. So if you're looking at her body and you're thinking like, God, she is so fucking hot, just say, God, you are so fucking hot. It doesn't have to sound good. 99% of what I say in the bedroom, if you just wrote it down, you'd say like, this guy sounds like an idiot. He's just saying random shit. And it's like, yeah, that's the point. That's what dirty talking is. In my Tinder guide, I talk about how to talk dirty. And I say the cheat code is you just say what's on your mind. You say it's like a compliment. You say, your tits are amazing. Jesus, your pussy is so hot. Holy fuck, you're turning me on. Yeah. Jesus, you're making me feel good.
And I think when you're worried about like what you're saying coming across as awkward or weird, like 99.9% of the time the girl's going to think like, oh, that makes me feel nice that he said something nice about me, not like, that was a weird thing to say. Yeah. Because they're focused on...
She's not over-analyzing what you say or how you say it, but guys do sort of overthink this stuff, especially when it comes to talking dirty. They think that... A lot of guys think that talking dirty is something you have to do, like a performance you have to do, or something you have to be good at. You're not good at talking dirty. I'm not good at talking dirty. I just say whatever's on my mind, and that's always going to be good because it's real. I'm a big advocate of honesty and just blurting out whatever's in your head. It's not even honesty. It's like blurting out whatever's in your head. Just say it. It doesn't have to sound great.
And when one person starts, it's often like it almost gives the other person permission to then also start as well, because if you've kind of been the first one to do it, then all of a sudden she's encouraged to then I guess give you compliments and tell you
it's
that
not
it
even
feels really
compliments. I mean, it is compliments, but like that's a bad way of phrasing it, because then they'll think like, oh, I have to give her compliments. It's like, no, just blurt out whatever's in your head. It's like you're in the moment. And when you're doing that, when you just blurt out whatever's in your head, you look at her tits and you think, holy shit, her tits are amazing. So you say, holy shit, your tits are amazing. She will then, like you say, she will start giving you back the same thing. She'll say like, oh my God, you're making me feel good. Or that feels so good. And you keep escalating. And over time, first of all, you get more like animalistic. You both start driving each other so fucking crazy that you're just blurting shit out. Like she'll just start randomly yelling out, fuck me harder. Like, and that's the hottest thing that you can ever hear from someone. You know, you saying like, holy shit, you are so fucking sexy. That will just make her go, you're so fucking sexy. And it's like you bounce off each other's energy. You drive each other crazier and crazier. Like you're trying to escalate until you hit the fucking, you know, climax and just scream at each other, making weird animal noises at each other. But guys think that this is something they have to do. Like I have to put on this performance and be good at talking dirty. It's like, no, just blurt out whatever shit's in your head. At the end of the day, like you said, it's a compliment that she'll want to hear. So if you're looking at her tits going like, wow, those are amazing tits, just try saying, wow, those are amazing tits, and see how she responds. In your head, you think, oh, that's clumsy though. Just try it and see how she responds. I promise you, trust me on blind faith here, that her reaction will surprise you, or her reaction will be fucking amazing, and you'll be like, oh yeah, why was I worried about doing a good job of talking dirty? Talking dirty isn't something you do. You just blurt out whatever's in your head.
Yeah. And I will also say, like, in addition to talking dirty and using it to turn the other person on, you can just use it more as like a communication thing. I know it's like
you weren't supposed to use the communication word. That's fag shit. That's gay. Guys don't like that gay stuff. That's that female stuff that guys don't like.
You can use it, I guess, to talk or ask for things, but in a sexy way. So if you ask her to, I don't know, arch your back more or lean forward.
Yeah,
or
like tell her what you want.
Move around slightly.
Literally tell her what you want,
if
basically.
you're already talking, that's far easier to do. Because I think we were seeing a girl at one point, and she said that previous sexual experiences that she had, specifically one with, I think it was a boyfriend, they literally didn't talk
at all.
Like they said nothing.
Yeah.
And it made it really hard to have good sex, because
it's like you're both not present. It's like you're both and that's a good thing that saying shit during sex does. It gets you both in the moment, like you're present. You're not stuck in your own head.
Yeah, and you're not spending time trying to read each other's minds, being like, what do they want? Does this feel good for them? Because you're telling each other. It's almost like a good way to relax, because you get a sense of what the other person's feeling, that they're enjoying it, because they're telling you that they're enjoying it.
Yeah, so you don't have to stress and wonder if they're enjoying it, because you can literally just say like, how does that fucking feel? And she'll be like, that's so good. Or she'll be telling you anyway. Because guys, what I want you to do is think about how you would feel if you and a mate went to a bar and you're grabbing a beer and you just sit there for like 20 minutes and neither of you say anything. You're going to be in your own head, obviously, by definition, because you're not in the moment. If you guys just start talking, now you're present with that person. You're connecting with your mate. You and your mate are now in the same room together, in the same space together. You're not both stuck in your head. So sex, for some reason, especially in porn, but just in general, a lot of people don't fucking talk or make any sounds or say any words. It's fucking weird.
They maybe just like moan a little bit, but that's about the extent.
So imagine if you're hanging out with your mate in a bar and you're both just moaning. You're going to be... You're both making gulping sounds every time you drink the beer. It's like awkward as fuck. It's like, of course you're going to say shit. And again, you don't have to have a whole essay or, soliloquy. I love that word. You don't have to give each other a soliloquy and talk for 45 minutes, but just say some shit. Like, you're so fucking hot. God, you turn me on. Roll over. I'm going to fuck the shit out of you.
And the more you do it, the easier it will feel. Like at first it'll feel really awkward and weird and stiff.
Yeah.
But then it'll come a lot more naturally, because like you said, you'll just say what pops into your head.
Yeah.
You won't think twice about it. And
yeah, I just say whatever's in my head. I don't even think I'm capable of overthinking it, because I've done it for so many years at this point. I just blurt out whatever's in my head. I never stop. I never pause before I say it. I mean, I do that a lot in life in general. I just blurt out whatever's in my head, but especially in the bedroom, it just whatever it comes out. And you'll find that girls get more comfortable doing that as well the more they say you do it.
Yeah.
And then like that's when it gets hot, when you're just doing something to a girl and she just blurts something out like "fuck me harder, daddy," and you're like, Jesus Christ, like where did that come from? That's so hot.
Yeah. I think another fun thing you can do if your partner is, probably more so for girls, if she is really quiet or shy, or she's really hesitant to talk, you can tell her that like you're not going to go any further until she asks for it or she begs for it, and
like literally make her tell you what she wants. That's
yeah,
fine. Like demand that she talks, basically.
Yeah, and then once she's done it a couple of times, it can kind of, in a way, break the ice. So once she's done it a couple of times, it can make it far easier to then be more vocal.
Yeah, you literally say like beg for what you want, tell me what you want. We've done that a lot with girls. I mean, that's something I've always done, where right when I'm about to have sex, I'll say like, tell me what you want, especially if it's a really shy girl. So your dick is like right at the entrance to her pussy. You're about to fuck her and you say like, tell me what you want. And she'll be like, she just won't say anything. She'll pull on you. And then you say again, like, tell me what you want. And maybe she'll say like, please. And you're like, what does please mean? You need to say what you want. She'll be like, please, can you please fuck me? And you're like, what am I fucking you with? And you make her like spell it out for you. Like, please fuck me with your dick, or shove your dick in my pussy. And like, you make her say it. That sort of stuff is really fucking fun, especially if you do it a lot for like every little thing you do. Like you make her demand to suck on your tits. You literally tell her to say everything she wants you to do, and each step, and you'll have to coach her through that, obviously, because most girls aren't used to talking to that level, like begging for what they want to that level. But Jesus, guys, I'm telling you, nothing is hotter than a girl literally saying, please shove your fucking salami in my bread roll. All right, guys, as always, go out there, crush your goals,